All right, Shalom. We give all praise unto Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Makar, Dash. And I'm going to give double honors to the Apostle Elders, which are Apostle Elders at Great Millstone, that have been diligently doing the work, and to you brothers on the four corners of the planet Earth, that's pushing this truth with all sincerity, honesty, and faith, and waiting on Yahweh Shai to come back in these last days. This is brother from GMS, Missouri. I'm just going to jump right into it. This is just another, like the title of the video says, it says, more proof we fit the curses. All right, more and more proof is coming out that we are we have to be of the stock of the Israelites, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because we fall under these curses. All right, more and more things coming out that this is not our rest. All right, brothers have been saying that recently. This is not our rest at all, man, because everything that's here is designed to be against us, designed to just bring us down, to break us down, to try to put us at the bottom of the barrel, man. But the one that put us in this is getting ready to take us out of it, and no one can stop that. That's what Vocab Malone is trying to do. That's what whatever movements that coming against this thing, they're trying to put us back into bondage. They're trying to take our light away, man. All right, but it's not gonna happen. Okay, so I got a couple stories I'm gonna go into, a couple videos. I'm gonna play this video first. Let me try to pull it up real quick. It's on the Young Turks channel. I usually don't deal with the Young Turks, but this video it speaks magnitudes. All right, so I'm just gonna show the video. I'm gonna play the clip, and then I'm gonna jump right into the scriptures. Okay, because that's how we do. We do what we do here. We go into the scriptures, man. No fluff and puff. No fluff and puff. The scriptures, you know. All right, I'm gonna put it big so you all can see it. Hopefully the computer let it go. All right, so I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna go into the scriptures afterwards.
Coming real quick, we got a new audio network. Go to tyt.com/audio and get all of our new podcasts.
A new bombshell report in the Miami Herald details how a police chief in a small suburb, Biscayne Park, is accused of telling his officers to arrest random black people in order to just boost stats. And this is from one of the officers in the report. Anthony De La Torre says they were told, if they have burglaries that are open cases that are not solved yet, if you see anybody black walking through our streets and they have somewhat of a record, arrest them so we can pin them for all the burglary. But he's not the only officer. 4 officers, which comes up to a third of the small force, told an outside investigator they were under marching orders to file these bogus charges to improve the department's crime stats. The police chief in question, Raimundo Atesiano, denies all these allegations.
And this dude might be a terror, all right. Might be a terror through the spirit, but because if they boost their stats, they get more funding from that city. They get more money, so they can give better raises. They can do more things with their so-called budget. All right, that's why they're doing things like that. So it's for gain and financial gain. But deeper, if you go deeper into it through the spirit, because we're under those curses. All right, from our own people and these heathens by the way of Esau, man. All right.
He quit the force back in 2014, but I want to say this guy. During his 2 years.
That's a tear, man. Look at the size of this dude's head. What the? Look at the size of this dude's head, man. That's a tear, bro. That ain't no Jake. I say through the spirit, that's a straight up tear, man, with a Latino sounding name, man.
Your tenure, 29 of 30 burglary cases were solved, and the year after he left, the force didn't solve any, not one. The year after he left.
So because right wingers are not that bright, I have to explain it. Please, you're gonna think, oh, you see that led to more crime. Yeah. No, they hadn't solved any of the cases in the past. They were just pinning it on the wrong guys. All these cops are saying it. Oh yeah, they weren't just arresting random black guys, right? So when they stopped doing that, it turns out they weren't solving any of the cases.
It also means that there's a good possibility that any competent defense attorney is going to get every single person who was convicted during that time off, right?
And some of them did do it.
Some of them will have done it. And you'll then inevitably then put some legitimate bad guys back on the street because you guys are so friggin' incompetent and rich.
This police chief in question is actually in trouble with the feds for one specific case. They've only got one going right now, but he's charged with framing a black teenager, a 16-year-old, I think, for 4 different burglaries, even though federal prosecutors say They knew there was no evidence to support any of these charges.
Whatever the maximum sentence is for 4 different burglaries, that's how long Chief, I don't remember his name already, belongs in prison.
Tiziano.
That's how long Chief Tiziano, but he deserves to spend the rest of his life in prison.
So that's showing you right there, man. This place is hell, man. where you can just have because he's getting stepping orders. He ain't just doing it in a small town. That's a practice that's far and wide, because they put us on so-called the criminal list, when all of us ain't criminals, man. Every Jake ain't slanging crack. Every Israelite is not robbing shit. You know what I'm saying? That don't even add up. There's more Israelites that don't commit crimes than they are that does. But they say a small amount speaks for the gist of us, man. Okay, but we're under the curses though, so we got to go through it. This is an article from Vox.com, and it says, study: Black people are 7 times more likely than white people to be wrongfully convicted of murder, not theft, not misdemeanors, murder, life, man. Okay, life. You getting time, man. You getting big time off a murder charge, man. Hold on, let me open this up. I haven't even let me make sure. Hey, Shalom to Yakim that's on here.
Okay,
Shalom.
life. You're getting time.
Shalom. Let me jump back into the article. It says, study: Black people are 7 times more likely than white people to be wrongfully convicted of murder. Okay, so let's read this article. And it says, race may be the deciding factor in whether you're deemed innocent in court of law. That's the takeaway from a study of the National Registry of Exoneration published on Tuesday. Researchers Samuel Gross, Maurice Posselet, and Clara Stephens analyzed years of exoneration data. I'm pronouncing that wrong, Salakia. Looking at how race may influence whether someone is wrongfully convicted and later cleared of the crime they didn't commit. African Americans are only 13% of the American population, but a majority of innocent defendants wrongfully convicted of crime and later exonerated. Ah, man, I know that. Salakia for that word. The researchers write they constituted 47% of the 1900 cases dismissed, listed in the National Registry of exoneration, as of October 2016, and the great majority are more than 1,800 additional innocent defendants who were framed and convicted of a crime in 15 large-scale police scandals and later cleared in group exoneration. That's a heavy number, man. That's a heavy number. You can see the chart down here. You see the chart, how race influenced conviction. Innocent Black people more likely to be wrongfully convicted of crime than innocent white people. Murder, 1 white to 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 for murder, 1 out of 7, one whites to 7 Black males. Okay, sexual assault, 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 3.5. Drug crimes, 1 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And those are spiritual numbers, man. 7, 3.5, and 12. 3 is closer to 4. But that's showing you, man, look, 1 out to 12 is more likely to be convicted for drugs. 1 out of 3.5 for sexual assaults, and 1 out of 1 whites to 7 Black males, man. That's an extraordinary number, man. All right, I don't need to read anymore, man. I'm just gonna post it. If you want to check it out, please do. I'll post the link. I'll show you right up here. All right. Because this thing is, hey man, we are at the bottom of the barrel on this thing. So we're gonna jump right into the scriptures and get these precepts. Because the Bible's gonna speak. You got these guys trying to speak against us. We ain't the Israelites. This graph itself is showing you something is up. Okay, you don't got to be a rocket science to figure out something is up with why is this white people getting off and then these Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is just talking about blacks. Imagine Latinos and Native Americans, which are the same people. The numbers would be triple that. Okay, because they're only looking at the so-called Negroes in America. All right, so it's told the numbers would be way beyond that, compared to probably maybe two whites compared to the rest. All right, and the Bible speaks about this. That's how you gotta be trained. These other guys can't break these things down. I don't care what kind of seminary school you go to, theologian school you go to, you can't break these things down because it's not given to you. This is Isaiah 42:22. It says, but this, who's this? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. All right, so you know how we're gonna do it over here at Great Millstone. We look up words, man. Okay, we're not here just to come off the cuff, because these other guys in the world, they don't look up words. The word there is bazar. It says to spoil, plunder, prey upon. Come on, look at that, man. Look at the definition. They're preying upon us. We are a prey. It will say the prey departeth not. Prey, seize, to spoil, plunder, despoil, to be spoiled, plunder, to be taken as spoil. So you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are taken as spoil. You are plundered. You're prey upon. You see how important words are? You wouldn't know that. Rob, you think you're just stealing? No, it means to be preyed upon. They're preying on us, man. Innocent men that ain't doing nothing but walking the streets. You might have got a little a weed charge or something in your past, and you're getting pinned 4 counts of robbery. That's your life, man. You can't get a job. You can't do nothing in this society if you got them on your record, man. Barely a misdemeanor, you can do things. But felony, you're done, man. You're done. And it says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. Now, if we look at the word spoiled, is a shashak, and it says to spoil, plunder, take, spoil, plunder, plunderers. So they plundering, and who's the main plunderer is Esau. So you gonna have to pay, man. Ain't gonna be no hugs and all. It's gonna be all right. I know you were just doing what you're supposed to do. Ain't gonna be none of that, man. We're beyond that. The pain we feel every day we wake up is beyond. It's gonna be all right. That's beyond that. If you ain't in that spirit, man, you ain't really tasting these curses, man. We're beyond forgiveness. We're beyond it's gonna be okay. We're beyond that, man. We're beyond that years ago when we were being burnt, lynched, maimed, mangled, our children just spoiled. That's why, man, that's why the Most High got to take our memories away, man. We come up in this life, we won't be able to live. We'll have nightmares. We'll have PTD. We'll be shell-shocked, man, for the things that we suffered in our past lives. We won't be able to live the life out, man. So that's why the Lord takes our memories and we just have the spirit to attain unto things, man. All right. It says, but this is a people spoiled, robbed, and spoiled. They are all of them snared. Now, what's that word snared? The word there for snared is pachak. It says to ensnare, trap. And that's what these prisons are. They're traps. That's why they call it institutionalized. Once they got you in there, 9 out of 10 times you're going to be institutionalized depending on the bid you serve, man. It says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. Nobody's saying, why do you think they didn't put it on the Chinaman? Why do you think they didn't put it on the so-called Moabite, Ammonite? You didn't see them doing it to them. They didn't even put it on Arabs, and they're supposed to be terrorists. They didn't do that. Who was their go-to nation to pin up false accusations against? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You're the go-to to put shit on. We're the epitome of getting shit upon. But you happy here though. You oh yeah, everything gonna be all right. Marching. What the fuck is marching gonna do, man? Hell is marching gonna do? You're gonna negate the name of the Lord, but you gonna march. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Verse 23, it says, who among you will give ear to this? That's what we telling you, Jakes, man. We're telling our people, but you got these Negroes in the church, they don't want to hear it. The white man can make it. It's all right. Everything gonna be all right. Believe in the Lord. Come on, man. You're not listening. You're not listening to what's going on. You're spoiled. You're a prey. Once you come to understanding of that, then you can move forward. That's why it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Once you understand the fear, what power we're serving, and understand the repercussions of our actions, then we can move forward, man. But you Negroes are still eating pork and dancing around. It says, who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil? This is what the Lord's saying through the prophet Isaiah. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord? Come on, man. I thought the Lord don't do nothing bad. I thought he's all good. The Lord is telling you who's doing this to you. Who's making this come to pass. It says, who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord? He against whom we have sinned. For they would not walk in his ways, neither were they obedient unto his law. Therefore he he poured upon them the fury of his anger and the strength of battle. And it said, and he hath set him on fire round about, yet he knew not, and it burned him, yet he laid it not to heart. All these that happened to you, you didn't realize it, man. You didn't put it to your heart and take it to mind, man. Hey, Shalom, North Carolina, Shalom, Mike, Shalom. Yabashim Ashar Brakatah, man. Hey, they didn't put it to heart. They took it as, oh, man, we just going through our struggles, man. We going through our struggles, brother. We ain't trying to hear that, man. Come back to the Lord, Jake. That's our motto. Come back to the Lord, Jake. Come back to the law, statutes, and commandments, and the understanding of who you are. Nothing else is going to give us the freedom that we need. If you don't got this, you don't got nothing, man. Bottom line. But Jake don't want to hear that, though. They want to hear everything under the sun. They want to hear sweet things, smooth things. This truth is not smooth. We sin. How do you want to be told smooth things when you sin? You did something wrong, man. This is Zechariah. This is Zechariah 7:10. The oppressed. It says the oppressed. It says, and oppress not the widow, nor the fatherless, the stranger, nor the poor. And let none of you imagine evil against his brother in your heart. And if you look at it, Esau is our brother, man. He is our brother. He is our paternal brother, not our identical brother. He's our twin brother. So he shouldn't be doing these things against us, but it's set up in the spirit. All right, it's all set up. It's all set up to prove a point. All right, I got one more scripture and I'm gonna close. I didn't want to make this long. This is just one of those quick hits, man. Quick hits, but it should hit the point. This is Proverbs 22 and 22. It says, rob not the poor because he is poor, This is what Esau and Amalek studies the scriptures, more or less the Talmud, but he studies the scriptures. It says, rob not the poor, but because he is poor, neither oppressed the afflicted in the gates. So you ain't supposed to do that. What that guy was doing, he was going off, man. That's why the Lord is judging this punk ass, old conehead dude, man. You know, it says, for the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. So this video is fulfilling scriptures, man. The Lord is still doing his work, man. This guy here, when he went and did the things that he did, he's paying. Let me see if I can find him, man. He's paying, Jake or not. Jake or not. You ain't supposed to spoil it and beat the poor just because they poor. You're still supposed to take care of them, man. All right. Let me read that. Let me finish this on out. And it says, for the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Make not friends with an angry man. That's it on that. That's it on that. So I just wanted to bring this out, man. It's sort of an old article, and but it hit the point, man. You know, we got to get into the time of Jake, man. This ain't this is not our rest at all. We're here to go into straight bondage, man. We sinned against our power, man, and we're coming back to him with supplication. And that's to the elect. The elect is the only ones that's going to bow their head down and be humble to this thing and understand the fear of the Lord, man. All right, and wait for his mercies. That's what we're doing. Hey, that's another sit down. Wait on the mercies of the Lord, man. So the water for you brothers coming by, man. The water, this is just hopefully it was edifying, man. I just wanted to bring this out, man, through the spirit. So with that, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakar Kodash. Shalom, I can keep strong. We're almost there. And keep faith, man. Hold on to it. Shalom.